Part 1 of the Graham Trucking Cup is brought to you by the Hyundai Sonata and is presented for Seafair by Maya's Mexican Restaurant.
His flag comes up. Seconds before the start, we hold our breath as we wait for the drivers to break away from the dock, and they're underway. As they explode away from the dock, they head off now down toward the commitment buoy, close to 10,000 horsepower, as they accelerate down the back straightaway from 0 to 100 miles an hour in less than 3 seconds. And now they fight their way down. Terry Rinker, 3 boats wide, going down into that first commitment buoy. And Terry Rinker, in that number 10 Amsoil boat, who leads this championship, slides into turn number 6 and down the front straightaway for the very first time. The first of 8 laps here on Lake Washington. So it's Rinker in first place, pushing hard. Chris Fairchild sliding himself up in that number 62 Mercury Racing machine, who started down in the 4th position, looking strong early, but right now through the right-hander into turn number 2 as they head down toward turns number 3 and 4 on this very first lap. It's Rinker with a 4-boat length lead. Chris Fairchild trying to catch up. And as we bring in here, Chip, I'll tell you something. For boat number 16, as we watch them come flying down the back straightaway, Tim Seabold, he's going to have to make more of a statement right now. Seabold's drifting a bit back. He's about 3 seconds back of our leader so far.
Now, Tim Seabold is in a tight points championship with the boat you're looking at right there, Terry Rinker, so he cannot afford to sit back.
Yeah, for Rinker, he's got to make a mistake this weekend. Otherwise, the championship will be his, and it will be his 7th of his career. So Rinker slides through down past the start-finish line. The first of 8 laps in the record books as he goes through turn number 1, a hard 90-degree turn as he slides the boat up. Now through the right-hander, which is very tricky for these boats. And they don't want to turn to the right so easily. And you can see the boat flying on the water, Chip. I'll tell you something, as you watch Chris Fairchild, the man from Pawpaw, Illinois, who is looking for his first victory in 23 races. He has won 2 in his career, but he's in a bit of a drought, and he's going to love to come away with a victory this weekend.
Steve, not everybody got off the dock as well as they would have liked. Were some of the hot dogs left at the dock when that green flag dropped?
They're doing a different situation here, Chip. What they do is they have 2 flags on the start, one for the rookies who are in a learning curve, and for these other veterans, they go off quickly. A great shot upstairs. You get a chance to see this panoramic 6-pin, 1.25-mile, 2-kilometer race course, and it hugs the shoreline, so the fans here on Lake Washington get a beautiful bird's-eye view. And look at Terry Rinker and that banana yellow machine, that Amsoil-sponsored boat, really picking up the pace. He is in command, and he's got to be pleased with his progress so far with this man, Chris Fairchild, who is charged up from 4th up into 2nd place.
But the question you've got to ask is, where is Tim Seabold? He's been the only guy to really be taken to Terry Rinker. He's in 3rd, but really no threat in this seat to Terry Rinker.
As you can see here, as we work our way around through the last few laps of this race, the field fans out through this 1.25-mile, 2-kilometer race course here on Lake Washington. The 5th and final round of this championship, and it's great to be here this weekend as we're here with the Graham Trucking Cup at Seafair. The 2nd year now that the U.S. Formula One Series has come here to Seattle. And you're getting a chance to watch 14 drivers from 6 states and 2 different countries battle here for 5 heat races on the Saturday afternoon. And then, of course, on Sunday, 1 heat race and 1 final.
Tim Seabold in the NGK Sparklet is running 3rd. He is not helping himself at all to win that championship. This is the final race of the season. He's got to start doing better than this as these 2 days progress.
Yeah, he's going to have to make a statement. And at the same time, hopefully, for his camp, something happens to Terry Rinker. But I think Terry, once he has established his lead here, has backed off just enough. Chris Fairchild still in shouting distance, about 2.5 seconds back. But Rinker is in no hurry. He knows he's got a long weekend of racing beginning right now. And he wants to keep building up the points, because every heat race that you run, you establish a point structure. And Terry Rinker leads this championship by 96 points. It sounds like a lot, but it's not. But at the same time, it's his championship to lose.
You know, you would think a guy like that would kind of sit back and just collect points. But Terry Rinker, nah, he's a racer. I don't think he's counting up points. I think he wants to win this weekend.
Terry Rinker's got 11 national championships, 4 speed records. He's 51 years old, lives in Tampa, Florida. And he's been racing a long time. And by the way, in 2006, he set a world record. He won every race in the season, 7 in a row. Nobody's been doing it. And as he comes across the line, Terry Rinker now has won this race.
And so here are your results from Heat 1 in the Graham Trucking Cup. It's the F10 Amsoil with Terry Rinker coming away the winner.
Heat 1 of the Grand Trucking Cup is brought to you by the Hyundai Sonata and is presented for Seafair by Maya's Mexican Restaurant.
I'm Andrew Gustafson with the Seafair Board of Directors. On behalf of Seafair, I'd like to thank everyone for coming out here to Genesee Park on Lake Washington today to watch the F1 Prop Tour boat races and unlimited hydroplane races. Let's do some awards. Here to present the award for Heat 1 of the F1 Prop Tour is Brandon Soltero of Maya's Mexican Restaurant. Brian?
Hi, I'm Brandon Soltero, and on behalf of Maya's Mexican Restaurant, I'd like to congratulate Terry Rinker and the AMS Oil team for winning Heat 1 of the F1 Prop Tour boat races.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Couple words, sir.
Thank you a lot. I can't say enough about my team at AMSOIL. They do a lot to keep us on the water, keep us running good, and it's great to be here at Seafair again. This is just a wonderful event. I hope we get to come back year after year.
Good. Congratulations, Terry. Nice job out there today.